And now we will have the reading of the law. Starting in Exodus, the 20th chapter, verse 1 through 17. Okay, go ahead.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children, until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Now let's go into Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Read verses 13 and 14. Go ahead.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Now let's go into Revelation chapter 22, verses 14 and 15. Read it.
Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have a right to the tree of life, and may enter into the gates into the city. For without our dogs, sorcerers, whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
So we want to thank God for the reading of the law. Now this is a lesson that's titled, The Destruction and Restoration of Israel. The destruction and restoration of Israel. Hey, sisters and brothers, this is why I take issues a lot of time with my Hebrew Israelite brothers. Either they don't know the Bible, or either they just downright don't believe it. Because the thing that has happened to us as a people, it's all been recorded. I mean, down to the smallest detail. And we as a people, yeah, we caught it. I mean, we have really caught it, and we're still catching it. Like you say, you had a young brother, I think, hung himself. They say hung himself. If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. But I know who brought this up on us, and I know why they brought this up on us, and that's why we're going to look at this, sisters and brothers. Because we are a people that could have ran this whole earth. And because we refuse to keep God's commandments, he brought the drama on us. Now what we're going to deal with, the Lord told us here, we're going to 28th chapter of Deuteronomy. This was told to us before we got into the promised land, not after we got into it, before. So the Lord had it once we got out, come up out of the wilderness, we had all the laws and statutes and everything that the Lord wanted us to deal with. Because he led us around in the wilderness for 40 years. And he taught us everything that we should know, we should do, and we should not do. And he taught us the consequences of disobeying his word and the blessing of obeying his word. And we're going to show you that what's happened to us is not the people that are doing all this evil to us. Is our forefathers and our God. Then we're going to start at Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, and we're going to start reading at verse 1. We're going to get through this. So we're going to start at verse 1. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now that's a big statement, sister and brother. You do all these commandments that I command you this day, because the commandments ain't going to change. I don't care how many generations, sister and brother. He said, I will put you on high above all the nations of the earth. That is a pretty good position, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Now, the whole thing is, the Lord's you're going to be blessed. Your children are going to be blessed. Your livestock going to be blessed. If you're in the city, you're going to be blessed. If you're in the field, you're going to be blessed. Wherever you find yourself, you are going to be blessed if you keep his commandment. And skip down to verse 10 and read it.
And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee.
Now, what name is that? The name of the Lord is Israel, sisters and brothers. Our father's name is Jacob. But the Lord adopted Jacob, thus doing so, he adopted us also. The name of Israel is God's name. They're going to say if we're people that's important enough for God to give him his name, they're going to fear us. Skip down to verse 12 and go ahead.
And the Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto thy land in its season, and to bless all the work of thy hand, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow.
Boy, that is really big there, isn't it? He's going to bless in our hands, and we're going to lend to many nations. So we'll be the loan companies. We would have been the bank. We would have been the financiers of the whole world. All we had to do was obey God's commandment. And he said, ain't nobody going to lend to you, because you're going to have it all. Y'all excuse me as we get through this. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only.
Well, that's a big statement. Thou shalt be above only. Anything that go down on this earth, you would have been involved in it, and you would have been the head of it. I can't even wrap my mind around that. And you shall be above only. Now, Brother Ray going to pick it up so we can get out of here before tomorrow afternoon. Okay? All right, go ahead.
And thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt not go aside.
Skip down to verse 15, brother, and go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now he done dropped another shoe on you. You understand? Now, if you don't keep my commandments, this is going to happen to you. Go ahead and read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Curse you going to be in the city. Go ahead.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Go ahead.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Go ahead.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body,
Uh-huh.
and the fruit of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
I mean, everything is going to be cursed, sisters and brothers. Everybody, children are going to be cursed. Your livestock or whatever you involved in, it's going to be cursed. In other words, your children are going to be the one that's most likely to get killed or in trouble. The Lord had put it all here. Skip down to verse 25 and go ahead.
And the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them.
Go ahead.
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
That means no matter where you go, you're going to find some of us there. And we didn't migrate there, sisters and brothers. We was taken there. Skip down to verse 28 and read it.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Now you're going to be angry for what you do, for what you're looking at. You're going to be blind. That's not talking about a physical blindness. You're not going to be able to know what to do, and you're going to always be astonished there's something that happened to you or your people. Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness.
And when you talk about groping at noonday, just like a blind person in dark, that means you're in trouble or you need to do something and you don't know what to do. We done tried it all. We done marched. We done set in. We done boycotted. Nothing changed. Like I marched with Martin Luther King. For what? Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. Thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Now, ain't nobody going to come to your rescue, sisters and brothers. No. Go ahead.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Now, see, you might think, well, I don't know about this, but you have to include now. This starts from the time that we was thrown out and through all the slavers in all of these lands, sisters and brothers. You're going to marry a woman and the master going to sleep with her. And you ain't going to have no power in your hand to do nothing. All that simple. Skip down to verse 36. Verse 36 and go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone.
Now, whatever nation we're in, we serving gods that our fathers didn't know. Our fathers didn't know the God of Easter and the God of Christmas and the God of the Sabbath day and the God going to take you to heaven. Our fathers didn't know that because there's nothing in this book said that's going to happen to you. So you're going to serve other gods, woods and stones. That's what they used to. They had them make up. They don't do it now. All they do pictures and put pictures of what they call Jesus and all that, which have nothing to do with what Jesus looked like. What verse are we?
37.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord thy God shall lead thee.
You're going to astonishment. People are going to be always astonished at your equipment and your behavior. And you're going to be a byword and a proverb. You know what a byword, that's some little pet names you got. You understand? I remember me and the brother was talking. He said, well, look, hold on, man. I got to go to the John. I looked at him. I said, man, you know what that means? No. I said, John was the slave, and the slave master would go and urinate on him. I didn't know that. I said, that's why I listen to your conversations and a lot of things you don't know. Proverbs, byword. Look at all them little names you are. They done got proper now with the real one they call it just the N word. These things, and a whole lot of other things I can't say because I'm at the rostrum and I'm in the house of holiness. But skip down to verse 41. Verse 41 and go ahead.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
Go ahead.
For they shall go into captivity.
Now, is anybody in here old enough to remember the movie Roots? That was a perfect example. Take your children and just sell them right off Monday. And you couldn't do nothing but just stand there and look at it. Don't you know that history is trying to be erased now? Go ahead and read.
All the trees and the fruit of thy land shall the locusts consume.
Go ahead.
The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Now the stranger that's within Israel, when Israel come out of Egypt, it was a mixed multitude. The Lord didn't name no particular stranger. He said a strangers. That means that everything that you're going to need, you're going to have to buy it from somebody else, somebody that look like somebody else. They're going to come up very high and you're going to come down very low. Go ahead and read.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
So who run the bank, sisters and brothers? Whose money is on the dollar bill? Yours not. See how the Lord flipped this thing? What he was supposed to have us doing, now we're going to have to go to other people to get it. Go ahead and read.
45.
Go ahead.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
Go ahead.
Till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he had commanded thee.
He said, they're going to pursue you. They're going to come up on you and pursue you. You ain't going to be able to get away from them, sisters and brothers. Go ahead and read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Now, you know what a sign is? That identifies, that points out. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Like we got a thing back there. Women washroom, men washroom, exit. So the Lord said, y'all have to excuse me. Whatever people you see that these things come upon, that is Israel, sisters and brothers. Have you ever wondered why it is that you are the only one in this entire hemisphere that was brought here against your will? Think about it. You think there's an accident? What verse are we?
47.
Go ahead. Skip down to verse 63 now. Okay. Verse 63. And go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and ye shall be plucked from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it.
Now look, sisters and brothers, it said the Lord, didn't it? That's who's doing it to you. Men couldn't perpetrate the perfect destruction that has come upon us as a people. And no matter where you go, no matter which one of the islands you find us on, we're still inferior to other people. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. I mean, in every country, we're there, and we're serving the gods of those countries, sisters and brothers. I think a sister told me, I think a week or so ago, that her son was living in China, and he got married in China. I said, oh, he married a Chinese girl? No, he married a black girl, a sister that was in China. What's that tell me? Just like the Lord said, we everywhere. I was in Vietnam, I run into the mountain yards. We kind of like, couldn't speak the same language, but we could feel the brotherhood. You understand? Everywhere. What verse? 65.
Go ahead.
And among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. I mean, and that's what we have. We're really struggling. Some of us are really trying to make a living. Some of us the Lord done blessed. But think about it.
relatively speaking. Who's piled up in projects on top of one another?
Israel.
You ain't got no room. That means you mean. You understand? They ran a test. They got some perfectly docile mice and put them together, you know, that wouldn't do it. Then they put them in a real close quarter. They became hostile. Because you ain't got no room. You look out your window, you looking in somebody else's face. And we just got mean, sisters and brothers. What verse?
66.
Go ahead.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have none assurance of thy life.
So now who's most likely to get killed?
Israel.
We are. You understand? This guy got to kill two boys, shot one and he shot two and killed one. Some kind of security guard told me because I thought they were going to steal my bike and I felt that my life was threatened. You got two teenagers looking at your bicycle and you got a weapon in your pocket and you're a trained security guard and you're going to kill them and get away with it. They just took it off the news. They probably got away with it. That's probably why they took it off. But I'm telling you, you are most likely, sisters and brothers. We don't like to hear things like this, but this is the way it is. Did you finish that?
No, I'm 67.
You're 60 what?
67.
Skip down to verse 6 to 8 now. We're gonna get out of 28th chapter of Deuteronomy.
Okay.
Verse 6 to 8. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
See, sister and brother, he said he's going to take you into enemies again, Egypt again. But this is talking about a condition, because to us, Egypt represents the house of bondage. He done already told you that he's going to carry you all over the world. Because the Lord told us as a people, y'all ain't going back to Egypt. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go into Hosea, the 11th chapter. Hosea chapter 11. Now here, the reason we're being so particular, because I've heard our people try to argue the point. You know, that's talking about Egypt. That ain't talking about America and all. I said, how did you get here, mister? But these things, when you're dealing, especially with our people, I see why the Lord did to us what he did. Because we are hard-headed people. We don't want to hear nothing. And we know everything. Hosea chapter 11. Hosea chapter 11. And we're going to start reading at verse 1. This is why I know the Lord is talking about when he said he's going to take us to Egypt in ships. We know we're not talking about the country Egypt. Verse 1. Go ahead.
When Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. And as I called them, so they went from them. They sacrificed unto Bethlehem and burned incense to graven images.
Look what he did. Now he called his child. He gave us his name. But right away we start dealing with pagan gods. Go ahead and read.
I told Ephraim also to go, taking him by the arms, but they knew not that I healed them.
Go ahead.
I drew them with cords of man and with bands of love. And I was to them as they that take off the yoke off their jaws and laid meat unto them.
Then look, Lord, letting you know what he did for us. I mean, he did everything good for us, destroyed Egypt for us. But go ahead and read.
He shall not return unto the land of Egypt.
He shall not return unto the land of Egypt. Go ahead and read.
But the Assyrians shall be his king because they refuse to return.
In 70 BC, 700 BC, the Assyrians took out the northern tribes, sisters and brothers. Those are the ones that's called the lost tribes of Israel. And in 600 BC, Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, took out Judah. That's Benjamin, Levi, and Judah. So this Egypt to us, well, he said, we came here, go take you into Egypt again by ships, and once you get there, you're going to be sold as male and female slave. How did we get here, sisters and brothers?
A ship.
I don't care which one of the islands you find. You had to come by ship. And who are the only people that were sold as a people in this hemisphere? We are. And ain't nobody nobody has bought us back out of it, have we? So he said, if the curse fall on you, right? We know it already, but we're gonna read it anyway. Let's go into Daniel's the 9th chapter. Daniel's chapter 9. All of a sudden, sisters and brothers, I don't know what happened to these people. They must know how close we are. Because you can't go on YouTube and internet without everybody trying to tell you what color Jesus is and what color Israel is. I don't know what happened. I know when I found out that I was an Israelite, it was almost like a whisper. Now, they're screaming it from the housetops. I said, somebody must have gotten wind of what God's going to do to them people for what they did to us. Because he did to us what he said he was going to do to us. What make you think that you're going to escape? Daniel 9 and verse 8. Daniel 9 and 8. Okay, go ahead.
O Lord, to us belong confusion in the face. To our kings and to our princes and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
And we are confused about everything as a people, sisters and brothers. We're trying to get civil rights. Don't you know that bill and pass it on, but they never really passed it? Did y'all know that? Skip down to verse 11, and we're going to show you why. Go ahead and read.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing.
Go ahead.
That they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us. We ain't talking about that lie curse that the Gentiles called, talking about Ham was black because he was cursed black because he looked up on Noah. First thing is, he didn't look up on Noah. He saw his nakedness, but the whole thing is, he cursed Canaan, not Ham.
That's right.
And the curse with Canaan wasn't black. It was, he gave his land to us. That's what this curse. But the whole, and he cursed him because he was dealt with pagan gods.
That's right.
So the curse that we are under are the ones that the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy put us under, and that had nothing to do with color. It had something to do with disobedience. What verse?
Middle of 11.
Go ahead.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
Now we read that oath, didn't it? 28th chapter of Deuteronomy, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Go ahead.
And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
Go ahead.
For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Look, he said, look, he's confirmed his words, which he spoke against us. And he brought upon us a great evil, which have never been done. You know, people look at what's happened here to us. Then I got information on when the Arabs caught us. Don't you know they had a flourishing business selling nations and people eunuchs? You know how they got their eunuchs? They would get the male Israelites and castrate them. So now you can sell them to the master of whatever country. You know his wife ain't going to commit adultery with him. And he ain't going to have no ambition like he would. That's what the Arabs did to us. And I can go on from people to people and people, and what has happened here, sisters and brothers. All of this because the Lord poured this curse up on us. And can't nobody get you out of it. It's just like you get this Gentile, he was a preacher, John Brown. He knew who he was. He tried to rescue us. Don't you know they end up killing him and his whole family? It's not because the people that he was trying to rescue were so great. It's because you cannot reverse something that God has put forth. Y'all understand? That's why I say I don't dislike nobody. I don't hate nobody. Because I know where my woes came from. And I tell you, sisters and brothers, this is the way it is. So the curse is poured up on us. And we got to deal with it. Let's go into Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter. Because the Lord did a lot of things around Israel, but we didn't pay none of that no attention. Deuteronomy chapter 32, and we're going to start reading at verse 8. Deuteronomy chapter 32, and we're going to start reading at verse 8. Because when I put this together, sisters and brothers, years ago, but it was to show my Israelite brothers, don't be out in the streets threatening people, causing chaos and a whole lot of vitriol against white folks. Because when we have Black History Month, we're going to show you that not only did white folks go upside your head, everywhere you went, they went upside your head. But I want to show them, how can all these nations, regardless of the color, hate one people, even if they look like them? It's because you're God. You crossed him, and he told you what he was going to do to you. And nobody listened. Skip now to verse 8. Verse 8, go ahead.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam,
go ahead.
He set the bonds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Let's show you how much the Lord loved Israel. 12 tribes of Israel. He said he's going to set the boundaries of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. How many months does a year have in it? How many hours does a day have in it? 12 and 12. Y'all understand? When he picked his apostles, it was 12.
That's right.
He set the boundaries of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Go ahead and read.
9th verse. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
That's what he called us out of all the people on earth. His portion is his people, and Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Go ahead and read.
He found him in the desert land and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about, he instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye.
And that was in the wilderness. Led Israel about, and he taught us everything we need to do. And he kept Israel as an apple of his eye. You was held in high esteem by God, sisters and brothers. High esteem. Skip down to verse 15. Verse 15 and go ahead.
But Joshua 1 waxed fat and kicked.
That's still talking about us, but the more we got blessed, the more we start thinking we don't need God. So we wax fat and we kick against the God of our creation. Go ahead.
Thou art waxing fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook God which made him and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
Give us a little money and we ain't got time for no God.
That's right.
I don't need no God. I got money. You understand? Go ahead and read.
They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abomination provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils and not to God.
Go ahead.
To gods whom they knew not. To new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not.
Now you're looking at the record of our forefathers, sisters and brothers. They did this, but don't nobody want to acknowledge that. Go ahead and read.
Of the rock that begat thee, thou art mindful, and hast forgotten God that formed thee.
Go ahead.
When the Lord saw it, he abhorred them, and because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be.
He said, look, when he looked and saw our own God hated us. Isn't that what abhorred means? So he said, I'm going to hide my face from these people. Since they are smarter than me, and they make their own gods and their own rule, and I'm going to see what their end is going to be. Go ahead and read.
For they are very forward generation, children in whom there is no faith. They have moved even...
Look, forward generation, children in whom there is no faith, and we still don't have it. Even, look at one of the most hated beings in the Bible is Jesus. It is by Hebrew Israelites. Skip down to verse 26, and look what he said here. Go ahead and read. Verse 26. 23, I'm sorry, verse 23. Go ahead.
Okay. And I will heap mischief upon them, and I will spend my arrows upon them.
Wait a minute. Who gonna do this? I will heap mischief on them. I will send mine arrows upon them. So, who can you blame?
Nobody.
Skip down to 26 now and read it.
I said I will scatter them in the corners.
Ain't we here? Go ahead.
I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
Who remember you? You know, that's why I'm so shocked here last with something going on. All of a sudden the world has discovered, well, we know who the Hebrew Israelites are. You got the Russians, you got the Iranians, you got people all over. Where all this memory come from? But the Lord said he will cause the remembering of you to cease from among men, sisters and brothers. Because the Lord will whip us, and then we straighten out, and then he love us. Then we turn again. Let's go to Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Jeremiah 15. Because it took the Lord some time before he brought this up on us. I mean, he really suffered with us as a people, sister and brother. He tried everything he could to keep from doing what he's done to us. But we would not have it. Almost like we knew we're going to make you curse us because it's going to break your heart. I mean, yeah, but I'm going to break your head. Jeremiah 15, and we're going to start reading at verse 1. Jeremiah 15 and verse 1. Okay, go ahead.
Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Now he finally got tired now. Though Moses and Samuel, two righteous men, stood before me, I can't deal with these people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. Go ahead and read.
And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go? Then shalt thou tell them, thus saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
Such as are for death to death.
Such as are for death to death. Go ahead.
And such as are for the sword to the sword.
Go ahead.
And such as are for the famine to the famine. And such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
So whatever it is, I ain't going to help them no more. In fact, I'm going to push this thing on them. Go ahead and read.
And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
Wherever they are, I'm going to point a destroyer over them to destroy them, because this people will not receive my blessing. Go ahead and read. And
I will cause them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth because of Manasseh,
go ahead,
the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go, excuse me. Or who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside and ask how thou doest?
Nobody. You know why? Because your God is perpetrating this. God says something going to happen to you. Somebody have to make it happen, sisters and brothers. Go ahead and read.
For thou hast forsaken me, said the Lord. Thou art gone backward.
Go ahead.
Therefore will I stretch out my hand against thee and destroy thee. I am weary with repenting.
He said, because I'm tired of repenting. Somebody come in, I send somebody in there, to go upside your head. You cry, you turn to me and you cry and say, oh Lord, deliver. And I'll turn around and I'll deliver. Time you start doing good again, you start sinning against him again. Then you whine again. He sent another deliverer and deliver you. Time you got in pretty good shape, you start sinning again. So he said, I am weary with repenting. I ain't going to change my mind no more. I'm tired of you. And what he did was, like he said, he removed us out of his sight. Let's go and show you some of the end time removal. Let's go into Luke, the 19th chapter. When I end, I'm talking about way down in prophecy, in Jesus' day. Luke 19. And the thing that happened to us, we don't know it was written. You know, because I always, when I was young coming up, I always wondered why my father was just Leonard. And the little Gentile father was Mr. Jones. I took note of that. Asked Daddy, he just ignored me. Well, I guess he didn't want me to start trying to be militant and end up on a tree somewhere. That's why a lot of time, the days when, and we look at our fathers, and sometimes they look like they coward. They didn't cower. They know that the power was not in their hand, and they know me to commit suicide. I kill one, they're going to send two. I kill that two, they're going to send 200. Eventually, you're going down because you're under the curse. You have to realize where you are so you won't bring drama up on yourself. But what the Israel problem is, we ain't never realized where we are. Let's look at when Jesus was coming up on Jerusalem. Let's see what he did. Let's start at verse 41. Luke 19th chapter and verse 41. We always, and we still as a people, we don't know what's coming. Things going on in the world right now, we don't have a clue. And the Lord has already revealed it to us in his book. But nobody has bothered to read the book. Everybody want to go to church to get spiritually high. Verse 41. Luke 19 and verse 41. Go ahead. This is Jesus now. Go ahead.
And when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it.
Go ahead.
Saying, if thou hadst known, even thou at least in this thy day, the things which belongeth unto thy peace, but now are they hid from thine eyes.
And when he was walking on Jerusalem, he knew what was going to happen. He just started crying. He said, if only you knew what was going to happen to you. But now it's too late now. The die is cast. You done committed the offense. Now payday is coming. Go ahead and read.
For the day shall come upon thee, that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side.
Go ahead.
And shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee. And they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, that thou knowest not the time of thy visitation.
He said, look, the day is going to come when your enemy is going to cast a trench around you, and they're going to lay you even to the ground, you and your children, your cities with your children. And when did that happen? It happened in 70 AD. Now we're going to go into the atlas of the Bible, and we're going to read information from pages 20, 201, and 202. It happened just like the Lord said, sisters and brothers. So put it up on the board. Okay, read it.
In 68, the Roman commander launched a methodical campaign to isolate Jerusalem. The district of Perea east of Jordan was conquered. In the west,
Wait a minute. You said in 68. Next one, it should have been an overthrow, suicide of emperor. Maybe you should read it off the board there.
Okay.
Because I see you scuffling with them little bitty words. Okay, we're going to start back from the top. Go ahead.
In 68, the Roman commander launched a methodical campaign to isolate Jerusalem. The overthrow and the suicide of the Emperor Nero brought operations in Judah to a temporary halt as Vespasian prudently withdrew to the test the emperor's wins. Eventually, himself was declared emperor. Sailing from Rome in the spring of 70, he left his capable son Titus in charge of the campaign against Jerusalem. The walls enclosed the temple, and the upper and lower cities were the most formidable barrier of all. Postponing an all-out assault, Titus turned to starvation tactics. A certain amount of the food had been smuggled into the city almost nightly during the siege. But now the Romans sealed off Jerusalem completely with a wall of their own made of earth and some 5 miles in circumference.
Now, didn't the Lord say he's going to cast a trench around you? That's what they did. What they did was they built a wall and levees all around Jerusalem. So if you're going to try to sneak in, you're going to have to go over that hill after you come up out of that valley. And they're going to see you. Go ahead. Keep reading. I ain't through.
Now, for from the outset of the siege, those attempting to get through the encircling lines had been caught. And a certain amount of food. The battering rams resumed their rhythmic work when the legionaries at least broke into this refuge. They found only corpses. Herod's palace and the rest of the upper city were put to the torch. Jerusalem was the city of the dead.
But you missed something, though. You missed why they crucified the people. What happened to that? Okay, revolt against Rome. And the crucified, go ahead.
Sometimes the daily execution reached 500. The crosses were never bare. Inside the city, starvation and disease claimed a mountain toll. Bodies were filled with the streets and were stacked in the houses. Thousands of corpses were thrown from the walls into the valley below.
Now, people talking about wearing a cross, the crucifixion. That ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. The Romans been crucifying people. Now, during the siege in 7 AD, Titus was crucified up to 500 Israelites a day. And you want me to hang that around my neck? It is a Roman death symbol. Had nothing to do with Christ. He was just another person that got killed by the Romans in the way that they killed people, by crucifying. Y'all understand? Now, that Jesus saw, and he predicted it. Then Jesus turned around and he always giving you warning. When you see this happen now, you better move. I'm going to give you a sign. Jesus always gives us a sign, like we have a sign when we're supposed to get up out of this country. And the Lord's going to fix it for us. Now let's go in this Luke, the 21st chapter. Luke chapter 21. And this is the sign he gave us, gave Israel that was there at that time. When you see this happen, you better get out of there. Luke chapter 21, and we're going to start reading at verse 20. Luke 21 and verse 20. Okay, read it.
And when you shall see Jerusalem compared with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Now you're going to see this is the army, the Roman army, they surrounded Jerusalem. So when you see them surrounded, Jerusalem surrounded with armies, that's the Roman army, then the destruction of it is near. Go ahead and read.
Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains. Let them which are in the house in the midst of it depart out. Let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
See, all this was written, that this is going to happen to us. Go ahead and read.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people.
This ain't talking about the great tribulation, which is going to come in our time. This is talking about when the last of our people was taken into captivity. Go ahead and read.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Go ahead.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
So now we are in the times of the Gentiles. Who are the Gentiles? The children of Japhet. Who are they? The Europeans, and what we call white folks. Who is running this world, sisters and brothers?
Gentiles.
Gentiles. I don't tell my mother Africa. Well, ain't your mother. But still, Gentiles running that anyway. You got Edom over there destroying Ishmael, but the whole thing, where the weapons coming from? The Gentiles.
Right.
And we are going to be in captivity until the times of the Gentiles have been fulfilled. Their time is almost over with. And I ain't talking from emotion, I'm talking about prophecy. But until that time comes, he's going to do what he is going to do. And he said he's going to be scattered into all nations, didn't it? That was the end of that, right?
Yes, sir.
Now let's go into the last 2 million years and see what happened. Because they're going to, so they laid them even with the ground. So the last 2 million years, page 87. Okay, put it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, read it.
Faith survives the dispersion. The crucifixion of Jesus Christ about AD 30 did not end Jewish resistance to the Roman occupation. In 70, when the country was again a state of revolt, Jerusalem, the holy city, became the core of resistance to the Romans. Titus, the son of Emperor Vespasian, proceeded to lay siege to Jerusalem. The city fell and the inhabitants were enslaved in their thousands and dispersed throughout the Mediterranean world.
The Mediterranean world, that includes Africa and Europe, sisters and brothers. And so we didn't come from Africa, we came through Africa. And a lot of the people, they always tell me how, you know, the white man went to the African continent and raped the company by taking the people by force. No, they went to it and they bought you from people that look like you. But I'm not angry at them. You know why? Because this is the curse of God. To show you some other people, let's look at the people in Timbuktu here and show you that everybody knew what we are, who we are but us, and the people knew on the continent. Now, let's see what they call these people. This is what these Israelites look like. Read that.
After Islamic threat repelled, the spotlight hits Jews of Belay's fabled Timbuktu. Timbuktu was the capital and storied culture center of North Africa, Shanghai Emperor. 3 villages along the Niger River locate still identify some of the residents as the Jews. Timbuktu served as a major trade and cultural hub for travelers. Jewish travelers and traders were among those it attacked. Attracted. It was home to Jews who sought a temporary base for their trade business. We were Jews because our ancestors were Jews, whose genes...
So right here, start over here and then you get over there.
Okay. Some from the slaves from the fire. A man recovers ancient manuscripts burned by Islamic rebels as they fled from the French troops.
Because they tried to hide you. But look what they said. We are Jews what?
We are Jews because our ancestors were Jews whose genes are found in our families.
So we're talking genetics here. Don't we have any more of that? Go ahead.
It is God who made Timbuktu our land of refuge. There is a roadway still known as the Jewish Street. They resided in separate quarters and married only among themselves.
Now, what does this guy look like? Who does he look like?
An Israelite.
Don't look like the people that the world called Jews, do it? Because Lord said he's going to call the member of us to cease from among men. You have people that's prospering, because they was in your name, sisters and brothers. Prospering. Now let's go into Psalm chapter 44. Psalm chapter 44. Go start reading at verse 1. Psalm 44 and verse 1.
Sure.
Because I like to let people understand that this is something from God, sisters and brothers, nobody else. And I want to let you know something. You look at these people, and you see the blacks there, first, and people are telling me, Mother Africa, you know, my African sisters and brothers. Look, we have a dictionary. We're going to throw this up. We have a dictionary, what you call the New Compact Bible Dictionary, lets you know who Ham is. Could you put that up right quick before we go any further?
Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, one of the 8 persons who lived through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and the Canaanites.
See, why not the Negroes, what we are called? It's because we are Israelites. We are not Hamites.
That's right.
I want you to understand that. Ham ain't under no curse, we are. Ham got rich by selling you to the Gentiles. But the Lord did that. He didn't profit from it, but we lost from it. Now let's go into Psalm chapter 44. We're going to start reading at verse 1. 44 and 1. This is what David was saying concerning us. Go ahead and read.
We have heard with our ears, O God, and our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days and the times of old.
Go ahead.
How thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand and plantest them. How thou didst afflict the people and cast them out.
He said, now we heard from our fathers what you did for us. How you brought us in and you cast out the people before you, us, and planted us. You blessed us. But he told us also, keep my commandments, or I'm going to do the same thing to you. Israel didn't listen. So what happened? Skip down to verse 9. Verse 9 and go ahead.
Okay. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and go us not forth with our armies.
So now because we sinned against him. So he did the same thing to us that he did to them. He just didn't do as much. So you didn't cast us off and put us to shame, and you ain't with our armies no more. Go ahead and read.
Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hated us spoil for themselves.
Go ahead.
Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen.
And just like it is, you know, everybody use us. Go ahead and read.
Thou settest thy people for naught, and dost not increase thy wealth by their price.
The Lord didn't get rich by selling us. Go ahead and read.
Thou madest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us.
That's what you mean reproach. We move in, everybody move out. Go ahead and read.
Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, and a shaking of the head among the people.
And then people always look, I don't know, but look at these people, shaking of the head. The Lord did this. Isn't this what he's saying here?
That's right, that's what he's saying.
The Lord did this. Let's go into Zechariah, the 11th chapter. Zechariah chapter 11. I just want to let you know, you can't hate the Hamite. You can't hate the Gentile because they didn't bring this up on you. When God says somebody going to hurt you, somebody going to hurt you. That's why I'm not angry or mad at anybody. If I'm angry or mad at anybody, it'd be my forefathers. You know. God always tell you what's going to happen to you if you don't do what he say. Didn't he tell Adam and Eve that if they eat of the wrong tree, they're going to die?
Yeah.
They didn't listen, so what we doing?
Yeah.
It's all that simple. 11 and 1. Go ahead and read.
Open thy doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour the cedars.
Now, we are the cedars, sisters and brothers, because we are what's called the pride of Lebanon. Go ahead and read.
How, fair tree, for the cedar is fallen, because the mighty are spoiled. How, ye oaks of Bashan, for the forest of the vintage is come down.
Go ahead.
There is no voice of the howling of the shepherds, for their glory is spoiled, a voice of the roaring of young lions, for the pride of Jordan is spoiled.
That's who we are, Lord. We've been spoiled by the nations. Go ahead and read.
Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter.
Flock of what?
The slaughter.
That's what he called us now. Because everybody done kill us by, just like you shoot down a bunch of animals. Feed the flock of the slaughter. Who's what?
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Don't nobody feel guilty for killing you. Go ahead and read.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
A lot of the people that sold a slave went on to church that Sunday and bless God. I had a good week. I sold me 15 or 20 slaves. Go ahead, I bought some, and so I got me a lot of crop hands. Go ahead and read what verse?
The end of 5.
Okay, finish it.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
What you mean your own shepherds pity you not? Your shepherds are your ministers. They don't tell you who you are. They don't tell you, because they tell you who you are, then they're going to tell you why you in this position. And you got our shepherds teaching that you ain't got to keep the commandments.
That's right.
That's what's got us in this trouble, because we wouldn't keep it. So now what you think we're going to get out of it if we still refuse? But God, thank God, he's going to intervene, sisters and brothers.
Yes, sir.
Because our shepherds don't teach us. We don't know nothing. We have become blind. Let's go into Isaiah chapter 42. Isaiah chapter 42. It's good to give good feelings lessons, but it is good to give some lessons of knowledge too.
Yes, sir.
If you're in trouble, you need to find out how you got in trouble so you won't do that again.
That's the truth, brother.
Isaiah chapter 42. Isaiah chapter 42. And we're going to start reading at verse 18. Isaiah 42 and verse 18. Okay, read it.
Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see.
Now, how can a person that's deaf, can they hear? How can you see if you're blind? It's talking about spiritual deaf, sisters and brothers, and spiritual blind. Look that you may see. Go ahead and read.
Who is blind but my servant? Or deaf is my messenger that I sent?
See, because we are the one that was chosen to be the priest to all of the sons of Adam. We are God's, Jehovah's witnesses. We are the messenger that the Lord sent.
Yes.
But he said, who are blinder than us? Go ahead.
Who is blind is he that is perfect, and blind as the Lord's servant.
And the reason we can't see nothing because we think we know everything. When you know everything, that means you're perfect. Isn't that correct? Mm-hmm. So who's blinder than the Lord's servant? Go ahead and read.
Seeing many things, but thou observest not. Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
You're looking at all the stuff that's happened to you. And you have not seen that this didn't happen to nobody else. You've heard things, and you hear noise. You don't hear words, sisters and brothers. That's what you're listening for. Go ahead and read.
21. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
Go ahead.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared and hold.
Go ahead.
And they are hid in prison houses.
This is the people robbed and spoiled. Everybody robbed and spoiled you. You snared in some kind of hole. You hid away in prison houses. You're a minority on the outside, but when you go to these penal institutions, see who the majority is. Go to traffic court. You think that we were the only one that's driving. Go ahead and read.
Therefore pray, and none delivereth. For a spoil, and none saith restore.
Don't nobody want to help you. All the stuff that's happened, you for a pray. Go ahead and read.
Who among you will give in to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Who among you will hear me? And who among you will hear in the future? That's the time to come. Well, look at this book and say, whoa, that's me. Maybe that's why they're trying to keep you out of the Old Testament. Because if you stay in there too long, you're going to run into yourself. Go ahead and read.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
Who did it? Go ahead.
Did not the Lord?
Oh, so men didn't give us to the robbers and the spoilers. God gave it. Go ahead and read.
He against whom we have skinned.
Uh-huh.
For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
Go ahead.
Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger, and it hath set and the strength of battle. It had set him on fire round about, yet he knew not.
Uh-huh.
And it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart.
So all this stuff that happened to you, you didn't know who did it to you. And all kind of calamities have befallen you, and you haven't really given another thought. Why me? They always said all so wondered. How many people ask themselves, why are we the only one in this hemisphere that was brought here against our will as slaves? Look at all these people in this hemisphere. People out of every nationality on the planet. Why are we the only one that was brought here in the hulls of ships and sold as male and female slaves? Why so many of us are in jail? I mean, then they give you, then you pick up your felony. Now you can't get a job, so you got to go out and rob to eat. Now they're going to send you back to jail. You have become a commodity. Think about what I'm telling you. Let's go into Isaiah, the 51st chapter. Isaiah chapter 51. Because the Lord has put this thing, he's done this thing to us, sister and brother. But nobody's thought about it. If you thought about it, then maybe you turn to your God and start doing this thing right, and you escape some of this drama that's coming upon you. Now I look at ministers marching, hollering, down with dope, up with hope. If you want to give them something to hope for, teach them the word of God. Tell them as bad as this situation is, it is not a permanent situation. Your day is going to come. Will you be prepared for it when it get here? Isaiah 51, and we're going to start reading at verse 17. Okay, go ahead.
Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury.
Who has drunk at the hand of who?
The Lord.
The Lord. Go ahead and read.
Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of a trembling and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth.
Now it's saying none that can get you out of this. Go ahead and read.
Neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up.
Every time we get somebody that look like he is going to get us, alleviate us a little bit, they kill him, don't they? From among the sons of Israel. Go ahead and read.
These two things are come upon thee. Who shall sorrow for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine and the sword, by whom shall I comfort thee?
So all this drama will come on you. So what has happened to your sons? Go ahead and read.
Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord and the rebuke of thy God.
Look what happened. You can find a bunch of young men on every corner almost. And they're angry. You understand? Because they see what's going on. They don't know it. Ain't nobody told them. So they're just angry. Then they get to shooting. They don't care who they shoot. Full of the fury of the Lord. Just like wild bulls in a net. And they're angry. because they don't know how we got in this situation. They don't know why. And they find out that they don't have the latitude that the white guys, because we here have. And when you're in Africa, you don't have the latitude of the African, even though you're the same color. So they're just angry. But when the Lord put us under this curse that we're still under, he also told us that he was going to get us out from under this curse. And when the people know that, that is when the hope goes up. Because your God that said, I'm going to do it to you, and he did it to you, and you can look at what's happening to you and look around you and look at history, you find out it happened just like the Lord said. And so you know what that do to me? That give me hope. If he said all this drama and destruction is going to come upon us as a people, so when he said that he is going to get us off from under it and take us back, that give me hope, because he did what he said before. He going to do what he can do it. He going to do what he said he's going to do in the future.
That's true.
That's where your hope come from. Gentiles got you waiting to go off to heaven somewhere. You don't need no land, you know. You just need God. Well, why then are you trying to take all the land you can get your hands on? But the Lord told us, when we go through this, he's going to deliver us. Let's go into Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. It ain't going to be like the people say. I'm going to tell you, sisters and brothers, you have not been taught the word of God. That's why the Lord said he's going to take you into, scatter you into all the nations, and you're going to serve other gods, wood and stone. The stuff that your God said he's going to do for you, don't nobody tell you about it. Even though it's written in the book before you. Let somebody tell you that the Old Testament is fulfilled, and we under the New Testament now. We ain't under the law no more. We under grace. Therefore, you ain't supposed to keep them commandments. Look here, partner. That's why we got in trouble, because we didn't keep them. We're talking about another law altogether, the law of animal sacrifice. That something was added because you broke the law so God wouldn't have to kill all of us. Deuteronomy 30, and we're going to start reading at verse 1. 30 and 1. Okay, read it.
And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse,
go ahead,
which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, and all that with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Now he said, now it shall come to pass after these curses and blessings come upon you. Then you're going to call them a mind from among the places where the Lord done drove us. Then you're going to remember. The Lord said he's going to do this to us. Go ahead and read.
That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity.
He said you're going to turn to him, and he's going to turn your captivity. He's going to reverse your captivity. Go ahead and read.
And have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
And will return and gather you. He ain't going to send another Moses. He ain't going to send another man. The Lord himself is going to come and gather Israel. A lot of people ask me, brother, when you going to go to Jerusalem? I said, when the Lord comes. Why do I want to go to my house and somebody else is running it? The Lord shall return and gather you from all the nations which he has scattered. You go ahead and read.
If any of thine be driven out into the utmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee.
Go ahead.
And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land of thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he shall do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Boy, that's really something, ain't it? He said, if you're in the outmost, I mean the most remote place on the earth, ain't nobody ever heard of it. But you there because he said you're in every nation. But the Lord know you there. He's going to gather you from there. And once you go back, go ahead and read.
And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live.
Now, this time he's going to circumcise your heart. There are people talking about, see, the circumcision was in the old days. Nowadays, in the new, it's the circumcision of the heart. Somebody forgot to tell Moses not to write that. Looks like the circumcision of the heart been required all the time, haven't it?
Yes, sir.
Because that's the circumcision of your mind. That means if your mind is circumcised, you're going to do everything that God tells you to do. If he said every male got to be circumcised, you're going to get circumcised, mister. Because you have been circumcised in the heart. In other words, you believe in God. Y'all understand? Yes, sir. See, but Jesus was sent to restore Israel. Everybody tell you about Jesus coming in your rapture, but there nobody teach you that Jesus was going to come and restore Israel. Oh, he's going to deliver the whole creation. But the first thing on his agenda was Israel. That's why he came as an Israelite.
Yes, sir.
But the prophet Isaiah told you about that. Let's go into Isaiah chapter 61. Isaiah, the 61st chapter. Isaiah 61. But see, everybody done swept you under the rug. That's why I'm looking at it. And that's what is going on? But then I see another worm in the pie. That's the Ethiopian Bible. And the brothers talking about the Ethiopian Bible. Brothers, Ethiopians are Hamites. Ask the Danites, what they call Colossians, what's going on. Yeah. They're exterminating them. I tell you, if I had to choose to be a slave here in America and a slave in Ethiopia, it would be a no-brainer. I'd come directly to America. Where's the Black History? We're going to show you some of the things that the Ethiopians have done to you. Now you got brothers running around trying to promote the Ethiopian Bible. He is a stranger. He's a Hamite. He is not an Israelite. When Solomon had a baby by Queen of Sheba, first thing is Solomon, the woman didn't go looking for Solomon to lay with him. No. The woman came to prove Solomon in the word of God. Then again, why was she called the Queen of Ethiopia? And the Bible said the Queen of Sheba. Don't you know Sheba's a country? Semitic country. The Queen of Sheba was not Queen of Ethiopia. But now we got this Ethiopian Bible. People call and say, you need to go look at that. It got so many books, blah, blah, blah. I say, so what? I don't look at the books they got, and I got them in my office, and I looked at them. They're all contrary to what thus said the Lord. See, I'm a reader. I check stuff out. You ain't going to sneak nothing under the rug on me. Well, that's Isaiah 51?
61.
I said 61?
Yeah.
Well, I have to reverse. Okay, Isaiah 61. And we're going to start reading at verse 1. Isaiah 61, and we're going to start reading at verse 1. Because, sisters and brothers, we're going to show you who it is that was sent to deliver us. Because didn't we read in Deuteronomy that the 30th chapter, the Lord was going to return and gather us?
That's right. That's what he said.
We're going to find out what Lord is that. 61 and 1. Go ahead and read.
The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me. Because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Go ahead.
He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Go ahead.
And the opening of the prisons to them that are bound.
Now, this is not only spiritual, this is talking physical. Go ahead and read.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
Now, he sent him to do this. Now, keep your finger here, because we're coming right back here. And let's see who this is talking about. Let's go into Luke, the 4th chapter. We're coming right back here. Luke chapter 4. Because we need to know who is supposed to do what. And it's all written. But you got to read the whole Bible, sisters and brothers. You can't read just the New Testament. And then they don't read that. A New Testament Christian, I said, no, you're a Paul Testament Christian. Luke 4:1. Luke 4:1. Okay, go ahead.
And Jesus, being full of the Holy Ghost, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness.
Go ahead.
Being 40 days tempted of the devil, and in those days he did eat nothing, and when they were ended, he afterward hungered.
So now, Jesus was tempted just like Adam and Eve was, to show us that this temptation can be survived. Ain't something that you can't get around. But now, once this trial and temptation is over with, he left, preaching the gospel. Skip down to verse 14. Verse 14, and go ahead.
Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit into Galilee, and there went out a fame of him through all the region round about.
Go ahead.
And he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read.
Jesus did two things that ain't happening now in the so-called Christian church. They don't go to church on the Sabbath day, and when you get there, they don't stand up and read. Go ahead.
And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah, and when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
Go ahead.
He has sent me to bind the brokenhearted, and to preach the deliverance to the captives, and the covering of sight to the blind, and to say that liberty to them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
Now we just got to read that in Isaiah, didn't we? What happened? Go ahead and read.
And he closed the book and gave it again to the minister and sat down. And the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him.
Go ahead.
And he began to say unto them, this day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears.
This day, because he didn't read no further, even though it's more he got to do. But first thing he had to do is come and die for the sins of the people. Israel and the whole creation. So now, once he came and taught for 3.5 years and he was crucified, he went on back to heaven. Now he's sitting at the right hand of the Father. But he got more to do. That's not all that Isaiah said he was going to do. So let's go back to Isaiah the 61st chapter. Like I said, you should have it. And we're going to start reading at verse 3 now. Spirit of the Lord is upon Jesus to do all of this stuff. Because we know that's Jesus, didn't we?
That's right.
That's why he closed the book and said, this day is this fulfilled in your eyes. This day. But I got some more to do. And what is that? Isaiah 61 and verse 3 now. Go ahead and read.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
Is the Spirit of the Lord is also upon him to appoint unto them that's born in Zion. Go ahead.
To give them beauty for ashes.
Go ahead.
The oil of joy for mourning.
Go ahead.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
Go ahead.
That they might be called trees of righteousness. The planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
Go ahead.
And they shall build the old waste.
Boy, I used to read that and say, what you mean the old waste? Now I know they're going to have to build old waste. Look what Edom is doing to Lebanon.
That's right.
Don't you know that's our property too? Ishmael come in and took it over. And the northern part, and Esau come and took over the southern part. So these two relatives of ours, our uncle and our brother, are destroying our properties. And it's going to be waste. Because what waste is, this place is not waste, then Jesus is going to waste it more when he get there. Yeah. Because he said he's going to flatten the land. So they're going to do what now? And they shall build the old waste place. Go ahead.
They shall raise up the former desolations. They shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations.
Go ahead.
The strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the son of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
That means you gonna get to hire somebody and rule it. You ain't gonna beat them up and be ugly, because the Lord's gonna be there looking at you. But you gonna get a little service, just like you have been serving people. Go ahead and read.
But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God.
Go ahead.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
So now you're going to be called a priest of the Lord, because that's what God chose us for. People run around, well, see, we the chosen people. I said, chosen to do what? Well, I don't know, chosen. I said, you don't know what you chose to do, then how are you chosen? The Lord chose us to be the priest to all of the sons and daughters of Adam, sister and brother. We're supposed to teach these people, but we couldn't get it right ourselves. So they went for themselves. And what they did, they put the doctrine of Satan on the table. And why not? Because the Lord said the Gentiles, Paul told you that the Gentiles do sacrifice to devils. So now, ye shall be named the priests of the Lord, because you are. And shall be called the ministers of God, because we are. And ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. Go ahead and read.
But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord, and men shall call you the ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentile, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Go ahead.
For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion.
Go ahead.
Therefore in the land shall they possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
Go ahead.
For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering. I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
Go ahead.
Their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, and that they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed.
Now, at that time, you're going to be recognized. But I see that's starting to happen already now. And it's in they are the seed that the Lord has blessed. Not the seed of Esau that calls themselves Jews. But that's starting to be recognized right now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and the internet and just look at it. Everybody telling you who you are. And you still kick it. But the Lord is going to return. And he is going to recover you, sisters and brothers. And everybody then will know who you are. And after the coming of Jesus, sisters and brothers, that's when you're going to be taken back to the land. And when Jesus comes and take you back, that's when it will be the end of the times of the Gentiles. But right now the Gentiles run it, the children of Japhet. Let's go into Jeremiah 50th chapter. Because when the Lord comes, he's going to take the biggest government that's going to be recognized by the Gentiles, and that's going to be called Babylon the Great. Not old Babylon, but Babylon the Great. But why Babylon the Great is because you had a statue. That whole statue was connected. From Nebuchadnezzar down to the European Union, they was all Gentiles. It's a Gentile dynasty.
That's right.
But the head of that statue was Babylon. Y'all understand?
Yes.
And so that's what it's going to be called, Babylon the Great. Jeremiah chapter 50. See, this is not talking about Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon. Because things that's going to happen to this Babylon did not happen to the old Babylon. In fact, the old Babylon was inherited by Darius the Mede. 50:1, go ahead.
The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations and publish, and set up a standard and publish. Conceal not, say Babylon is taken. Baal is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces.
That's when the Lord get through with them. He said, take this lamentation up for them. Go ahead and read.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast.
The north nation is talking about Russia and all the nations that are east of Euphrates River, east of Turkey, sisters and brothers. That's why Putin is putting his house together and everybody's hollering, you better stop, you better stop. And Trump, he ain't paying no attention to Trump or nobody else. He's steady putting his house together. Everybody east of Turkey, the Lord in his writing have delegated to Russia. Gog and Magog. Go ahead and read.
For out of the north cometh a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast.
Go ahead.
In those days and at that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their God.
Now at that time, that's when the Lord's going to return us, sisters and brothers. People tell me, well, I'm doing pretty good in America. You won't be doing pretty good when the Lord get through with it. But go ahead and read.
They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come, and let us join ourselves to the Lord in the perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
Now this time the children are going to be better than their fathers. They're going to ask the way of Zion, that's Jerusalem, and say, look, let's go and make a covenant with the Lord. Go ahead and read.
My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned away them on every mountain. They have gone upon mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
That's right, because we don't know. Ask you, well, I'm from Africa. Or either I'm from Mississippi. You've forgotten your resting place. You don't know that you come from Israel. You don't know that Judah, Jerusalem was your capital city, because you've forgotten your resting place. You think you come from Mississippi or Arkansas, if you're a real clever and big thinker, from Africa. Go ahead and read what verse?
7th verse. All that found them have devoured them.
He said, look at this people. They've been lost sheep. All that found them have devoured them. Everybody's taking advantage of you. Go ahead and read.
And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
That's why everybody don't think what they do to you, hey, it's okay, because you're sinning against your God. Go ahead.
Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be thou as the he goats before the flocks.
Go ahead.
For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon and the assembly of great nations.
He's going to call an assembly of great nations. Look, sisters and brothers, nobody knocked off the old Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar's son died because he threw a party and drank out of the holy cups of God's holy cups that come from the temple of the Lord. The Lord sent a finger across and wrote on the plaster. So you've been weighed in the balance and found wanting. Behold, your kingdom is given to the Medes and the Persians. And that very night, they assassinated him, and the Medes took over Babylon. Not by force, but by inheritance. Y'all understand? But this Babylon, the great, is going to be taken down by an assembly of great nations. Look at this big display of arms and stuff that China and Russia share. Look at China with all the big weapons, all this.
Yes, sir.
They're going to be right there. Go ahead and read.
And I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. And from thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
Go ahead.
And Chaldea shall be the spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
He said, all that the spoil, you're going to be satisfied because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyer of mine heritage. Who is his heritage? Israel. Go ahead and read.
Because ye are grown fat as a heifer at grass and bellows at bull.
So you rejoice. Skip down to verse 16 and go ahead.
Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land.
See, all these people over there that makes up Babylon the Great, they're going to come from all over Europe. And when this thing get hot and heavy, everybody going to turn to their own people, and they're going to flee to their own land. And I'd like to ask you, where you going to? Don't go to Ethiopia, because they saw what they did to the tribe of Dan. They're going to try to destroy you. Go ahead and read.
17. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, this king of Assyria have devoured him, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, have broken his bone.
So who took out the northern tribe?
The Assyrian.
The Assyrian. That's recorded history. And who took out the southern tribe?
Babylon.
Babylon. That is recorded history, sisters and brothers. Go ahead and read.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria.
He said, I'm going to punish the king of Babylon in this land as I have punished the king of Syria. Don't nobody know who Assyria is now. The Syrians are Ishmaelites. The Assyrians was Hamites. They come out from among the Ethiopians. Where are they now? Because the Lord destroyed them down to the ground. Don't nobody know who they are now. He said, I'm going to do to you, Babylon, like I have done to the Assyrians. Go ahead and read.
And I will bring Israel again to his habitation. And he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan. And his soul shall be as satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead.
He says, so I'm going to bring Israel back. And he's going to be in his own land, and his soul going to be satisfied. That's when the Lord comes, not a day before. The Lord said he's going to take Israel out, and we're going to be in captivity until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. That was in Luke 21st. Now let's go back to 21st chapter and continue. Back to the 21st chapter of Luke and continue. See, with these things, people think, well, you know, you go to church, you know, you're supposed to learn about spiritual things. You're supposed to learn about everything that's in this book. Otherwise, it wouldn't be written here. Lord wants you to know this. He wants you to know who Israel is. He wants you to know what happened to Israel, and he wants you to know that he's going to come and he's going to deliver Israel. If he didn't want you to know that, it wouldn't be in this book.
That is true. That's the truth.
You have to divest ourselves of this Gentile thinking. Why they never taught us that? Because that is our history. This is our history you read here, not his. What's history? His story. Now we're telling our story.
Right.
The Lord had it written in this book that everybody took away from you. You're a Hebrew Israelite, yes, sir, you ain't no Christian. Hey, the original Christian was Hebrew Israelite. What you talking about? Even the one that taught your forefathers was a Hebrew Israelite. That's what Paul was. He was out of the tribe of Benjamin. So the Lord said, you're going to be taken into captivity, and the Israel is going to be trodden underfoot until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Now, what's going to happen at that time? We're going to start at verse 25, Luke 21 and verse 25, because this is a continuation. We just threw some scriptures in between. Verse 25, go ahead.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. He
said all this stuff going to happen. Signs in the moon and the stars and the sun. I mean, the moon going to turn black. The stars going to, moon going to turn red. The sun black. And the stars of heaven going to fall. And men's heart going to be failing them for what's going to be going on in this earth. It's going to be some hard times, sisters and brothers. Go ahead and read.
Men's hearts filling them for fear and for the looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Now, that means heart failure going to be a whole lot of heart attacks at that time. Or you ain't going to believe what's going to be coming on this earth. Go ahead and read.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Man, they're going to see Jesus coming. And what's happening? Go ahead and read.
And when these things began to come to pass.
Now he's talking to you, Israel. When these things begin to come to pass, go ahead.
Then look up, lift up your head.
Lift up your head.
For your redemption draweth nigh.
For your redemption draweth near. Not a day before. But when you see that heaven roll back like a scroll, that's when you're supposed to be doing a dance. Because you know the Lord is going to redeem you. Your redemption is nigh. If it wasn't like that, then why is it that Jesus told these people this?
That's right. This
is Jesus talking here. Let's go to Revelation, the 6th chapter. Revelation chapter 6. That's why it said that your shepherds pity you not. Other people ain't going to teach you about what's going to happen to you. That's in the hands of your shepherd. How come they don't pity? How come they ain't teaching you? Because the Lord said they ain't going to pity you.
That's right.
If all these young Israelites knew what was coming, I don't believe we have a whole lot of murder and drive-bys and all that stuff. They walk the line. They do it. You know, and I can say that with evidence. Israel of God is over 40 years old. And all the young people I see that growing up in the Israel of God, they got grown up and they got jobs, they're having children, and the children got children and having children. I don't see a whole lot of people in the Israel of God that's running, the youngsters that grew up. I got generations that grew up in the Israel of God. They ain't shot nobody. And they walking in the Word of God.
Praise God, brother, for the work. Praise the Lord.
And you know why they doing right and they ain't out there shooting and drive-by? Because they have been taught what thus said the Lord. They know that they got an end coming. And it's going to be a positive and a good end. So the Lord said, when you see this happen, look up because your redemption is nigh. Revelation 6, and we're going to start reading at verse 12. Revelation 6 and verse 12. Okay, go ahead.
And I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair.
Go ahead.
And the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casts untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind.
Boy, that's something. That's going to happen. People act like, you know, Jesus is going to be stealing people off the earth. You know, you ain't going to be knowing you're going to be driving, and all of a sudden the car going to run into the ditch. What happened to him? That's called he's been raptured up. They got to move. They made left behind. Before one person is raised from the dead or changed, this is going to happen, sisters and brothers. The stars of heaven is going to fall into the earth. Even as a fig tree casted out untimely fig, go ahead.
And the heaven departed as a scroll when it was rolled together. And every mountain and every island were moved out of their places.
And that's literally. We ain't talking about spiritually. It's going to actually roll back. Don't you know you got a heaven between here, and then you got the earth and the body of water, and on the other side of that water is the third heaven. That's what's going to roll back. And when that roll back, what's going to happen? Go ahead and read.
And the kings of the earth and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Why?
And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sat upon the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
Because they're going to be able to, they're going to see him, sisters and brothers. He's going to be sitting on the throne. When the heaven roll back, the Lord is going to have it so every eye going to see him. And he's going to be sitting there. Now, all of a sudden, these people that didn't believe in God, instead of them saying, God, Lord, have mercy, they're running and asking for the rocks and the mountain to fall on them. Not knowing that God is a merciful God, he'll save you on the last day if you do the right thing, like he did the thief. But instead of them repenting and asking for mercy, they running and hiding. Go ahead and read.
17. For the great day of his wrath is come.
Hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. In your church, and you come, and did anybody talk to you about the wrath of the Lamb? That means your shepherd didn't pity you. Hide us from the wrath of the Lamb for what?
For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
But nobody except those that he wants. You make it to that point, sisters and brothers, the Lord said, your redemption is near. Let's go into Revelation 7 chapter, because the Lord's going to do some hurt to this city, this earth, rather, before he comes. Because the Lord is mad. And when the Lord gets mad at you, he will do something to you. We are proof of that.
Yes, sir.
Revelation 7 and 1. 7 and 1. Okay, read it.
And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor any sea, nor any tree.
Now, these 4 winds are the nations, sisters and brothers. That's why the Lord inspired me to write the book called The 4 Winds of Heaven. These are the nations. See, the Lord controls this thing. Now, he got them angels there. I want you to keep everything down. We ain't going to get off into World War III until I seal my service. Because that's what it's going to, this World War III is going to be the last one. Go ahead and read.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Go ahead.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Go ahead.
And I heard the number of them which was sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of Israel.
Now, first thing he sealed Israel. I said this is the World War III is the last one. No, it's not. There's going to be 2 more going on after the Lord is here. But it's going to be the ones that man ain't going to have any victory in, because he ain't going to have no victory in the next 2 after the Lord get here.
Right, that's right.
But the Lord sealed his servants, 144,000 of Israel. And skip down to verse 9 and continue.
After this, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Now, these are people that's going to survive the Great Tribulation. Person asked me, Brother Bull, only 144,000 of Israel are going to be saved. No, that is in the immediate area where the beast and false prophet is going to be controlling. The book, you know, the Lord talking about saying 1/3 of this and 1/3 of that, but the Bible tell you that they're only going to control the 4th part of the earth.
That's right. We
got a lesson to show you that, and news medias to show you. So everybody that's in that 4th part that they're controlling, these are the people that's going to survive. So because they have been converted. They weren't converted during this. They was converted after the beast and false prophet had taken over. These are people that didn't believe and got caught up in it. Skip down to verse 13. Verse 13 and go ahead.
And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest.
Go ahead.
And he said unto me, these are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb.
So now, these are they that came out of great tribulation. In other words, they survived it, and they washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. That means they was converted during the great tribulation. Because they saw now the so-called holiest man on the earth was creating more murder than ever been created since there's been a creation. So they washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. Go ahead and read.
Therefore are they before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple, and he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them.
Now that's when he has come back on earth now, sisters and brothers. He's on earth. He's sitting on the throne of David. And these people and all of us are going to be around him. What verse are we?
16.
Go ahead and read.
And they shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them and shall lead them unto living fountains of waters.
That means that they are not immortals. He's going to have to teach them. But Isaiah spoke at this same time, the prophet Isaiah. Let's go and look at it. Let's go into Isaiah the 49th chapter. Isaiah chapter 49. Because all this stuff is going to go down on the earth, sisters and brothers. People taught you you're going to go to heaven, you're going to escape this. You ain't going to escape nothing. You have a brother coming, well, you know, going to tell me about the church going to be raptured off before the Great Tribulation. Read that to me. Now, they asked me the question. I went and answered. You know, in an email, you know what I sent back said to? There ain't no such thing as rapture in the Bible. And send it back. I ain't going to even go there. Not even worth the conversation. 48, 49, rather, and verse 8. Okay, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, in the acceptable time have I heard thee, and in the day of salvation have I helped thee.
Go ahead. I
will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth and to cause to inherit the desolate heritages.
Now, listen, this is the Father talking to the Lord, to Jesus here. Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee, and I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people. See, Jesus is the one that's going to make the covenant, give him as a covenant. Go ahead and read.
That thou mayest say to
other people, to establish the earth, not to rapture you off to heaven, to establish the earth and cause to inherit the desolate places, heritage. And that means he's going to take us back to where we came from. Go ahead and read.
That thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth. To them that are in darkness, show yourselves.
You're going to go to them penal institutions that's got this packed solid with our people. Go forth. And he's going to tell the people that dwell in darkness that don't know nothing, show yourselves. Go ahead and read.
They shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in all high places. They shall not hunger, nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them.
Go ahead.
For he that had mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them.
Didn't we read that in Revelation 7 chapter?
Yes, we did.
Same thing. But these people are not in the first resurrection, but they're on their way. What verse?
11.
Go ahead.
And I will make all my mountains a way, and my highways shall be exalted. Behold, these shall come from far, and lo, these from the north, and from the west, and these from the land of Sinim.
In other words, we coming from all over. He's going to bring every one of us back. Go ahead and read.
Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth. Break forth into singing, O mountains, for the Lord hath comforted his people. He will have mercy upon his afflicted.
For the Lord hath comforted his people, and he will have mercy upon his afflicted, because he's the one that afflicted us, sisters and brothers. He is. Now let's go into Joel, the 3rd chapter. That's why the Lord said he did all of this stuff to us and brought all this drama and pain on us, but he said now he's going to do all this good to us. Now we've seen it, so why shouldn't we believe the rest of it?
That's right. Can't do nothing.
That's when you're talking about up with hope. Teach the people the word of God, and that will give them hope. Because this is my hope, sisters and brothers. This is what keeps me going. A lot of times when I be feeling real bad, in the dumps, I get this Bible and start reading. That comforts me. Because I know what it says is going to come to pass. And I said, no matter how hard it is, I can finish this thing. I'm going to finish this thing. Joel, the 3rd chapter. We're going to start reading at verse 1. Joel 3 and 1. Okay, go ahead.
For behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
That's when I return the captive Judah and Jerusalem. Go ahead and read.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Go ahead.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
He said, so when I bring in, the day that I bring Israel, I'm going to bring all the nations down. That's prior to the return of Israel. In the valley of Jehoshaphat, that's the valley where Jehovah, which is Jesus, will show who's going to run this earth. And they're going to bring them to the battle. This is what you call the battle of Armageddon. Go ahead and read.
And they shall cast lots for my people.
And so these people that have cast lots, not shall, they have the people that have cast lots to my people. Go ahead and read.
And have given a boy for a harlot.
That have bid it for my people and then traded a boy for a night walker. Go ahead and read.
And sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
And gave a girl for wine that they might drink. He's going back to slavery time. He putting their atrocities in their face. Go ahead and read.
Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Go ahead.
And all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? If ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Now, Zidon, this is talking about the people in the Middle East. He said, what you gonna pay me with, Zion? You gonna repay me for what you done? Because they was also part of getting us out of the land. Esau and Ishmael. Y'all guilty too. Go ahead. Will you recompense me? Go ahead.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly present things.
So you see how rich the Arabs and all these people are? That's God's riches that he gave unto us, but they didn't took it. Go ahead and read.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
We're a long way from Israel, ain't we? Go ahead and read.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
I'm going to raise them up, and I'm going to return your repayment upon your own head. Skip down to verse 9 and go ahead.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Go ahead.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up.
So proclaim among the Gentiles, because the Gentiles are the ones in charge now. Prepare war. Ain't that what everybody doing? Russia showed her big weapons off. China showed her big weapons off. Mr. Bush tried to do it too, but didn't go that far. Everybody is preparing for war, sisters and brothers, because the big war is coming. Go ahead and read.
10. Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your prudent hooks and the spears. Let the weak say I'm strong.
Now, all your social programs, cut them back and use that money to get weapons. Let the weak say I am strong. What verse?
11.
Read verse 12 and go ahead.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
And that's what the Lord's going to do. That's the valley where Jehovah will judge. Skip down to verse 14 and go ahead.
Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened.
Go ahead.
And the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Now, isn't that what we just read in Revelation, the 6th chapter? Go ahead and read.
The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
And the heaven and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel.
Didn't he say when you see him coming, look up because your redemption is nigh? Jesus is the hope, is our hope. Because he's going to come and do a physical deliverance just like he did a spiritual deliverance. Now let's go into Matthew, the 24th chapter, and look at this again. Everybody wrote about it, but ain't nobody talking about it. because they didn't tell you that you're going to heaven. Now how you going to teach me that I'm going to heaven, then you turn around and read something to show that the Lord is coming to earth? That means I'm going to ask you some questions. So now, you done started with a lie and you got to stick with it. That's the only thing about a lie. You got to stick with it. Matthew 24, and we're going to start reading at verse 27, because the Lord said he's going to roll from on Zion. That's heavenly. And then that day is when the moon and the stars going to have activity. 24, and we're going to start reading at 27. Matthew 24 and verse 27. Okay, read it.
For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even to the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Because they're going to tell you that Christ is back. He's in the temple. The Lord said, It's just like you see the lightning coming from the east and shine from the west, like it's coming from heaven, so shall the coming of the Lord be. I ain't going to sneak up on you. Skip down to verse 29 and go ahead.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
He spoke of the moon, didn't he? He spoke of the sun, didn't he? Now you're going to see him coming with power and great glory. Go ahead. What's he going to do? Go ahead.
And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
Didn't Moses tell you that?
Yes, sir.
Israel, that's heaven. That's talking about earth, sister and brother. Because you got three heavens. The earth is the first, one where the moon, stars, and the bird flies, that's the second, and the third one is where the fathers dwell. They're going to gather you from all over the earth, sisters and brothers. But he's going to send his angel with a great trumpet, and that's when the gathering starts. Let's go into Isaiah the 27th chapter. Isaiah chapter 27. Isaiah chapter 27. Because the Lord have told you how this thing is going to happen. But don't nobody read the book. Everybody walking around wondering, I wonder what the Lord is going to do and when he's going to do it. If you read the book, he tell you. You have got to read the book. Isaiah 27, and we're going to start reading at verse 12. Isaiah 27, and we're going to start reading at verse 12. 27 and 12. Okay, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall beat out from the channel of the river unto the streams of Egypt, and ye shall be gathered one by one, O ye children of Israel.
That means he ain't going to leave nobody. One by one. Go ahead and read.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the great trumpet shall be blown. And they shall come which were ready to perish in the land of Assyria.
Go ahead.
And the outcasts in the land of Egypt. And shall worship the Lord in the holy mount at Jerusalem.
That's that seventh trumpet. That's going to start it.
Yes, sir.
They're going to come not only from Egypt and the outcasts of Assyria, from every nation of the earth. They're going to get you and they're going to bring you up. I can't teach you everything, but we go in Isaiah and tell you that the Gentiles are going to bring you up. Everybody going to bring you up. They're going to be looking for a blessing from the Lord. That's why I think we got all this black Hebrew Israelite and black Jesus on the internet right now, and YouTube, because somebody's trying to make amends. Ooh. I never thought I'd see all this. You can't hardly turn this TV on.
That's true, brother.
But he said, then, when that great trumpet blow, you're going to come. Let's go to Zechariah, the second chapter. Zechariah chapter 2. You're almost out of here. Thought I'd give you a little hope.
Man.
Zechariah chapter 2, and we're going to start reading at verse 1. Zechariah 2 and 1. Okay, read it.
I lifted up mine eyes again and looked, And behold, a man with a measuring line in his hand. Then said I, whither goest thou? And he said unto me, to measure Jerusalem, to see what is the breadth thereof and what is the length thereof. And behold, the angel that talked with me went forth, and another angel went out to meet him, and said unto him, run and speak to this young man, saying, Jerusalem shall be inhabited as towns without walls, for the multitude of men and for the cattle therein.
That's talking about us now, not the other people. Go ahead.
And I, said the Lord, will be unto her a wall of fire round about, and will be the glory in the midst of her.
Because he's going to be sitting right there.
Yes, sir.
It's like he said to Ezekiel, son of man, the place of my throne and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever. Go ahead. That means he's going to be here. Go ahead and read.
Ho, ho. Come forth and flee from the land of the north, said the Lord.
Go ahead.
For I have spread you abroad like the four winds of heaven, said the Lord.
Who spread us abroad?
The Lord.
The Lord. Go ahead and read.
Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth with the daughters of Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me into the nations which spoil you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
Then the world don't know that we, the Hebrew Israelites, are the apple of the Father's eye. That has to mean something, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil of their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
That's Jesus talking here now, by the mouth of Zechariah. He said, I'm going to shake my hand over the nation, and they're going to be spoiled. Then the nations are going to know, and Israel too, that the Lord of hosts, the Father, have sent me. Go ahead and read.
Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion. For lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Lord.
He's going to Zion, the daughter of Jerusalem, ain't it?
Yes.
That means he's going to dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. Go ahead and read.
Many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, and shall be my people. And I will dwell in the midst of thee, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto you.
He said, many nations are going to be joined, because the Lord is going to convert these nations after he done beat them down. Then the people are going to start coming under the umbrella of the Lord, coming into the bond of the covenant. He said, but still, I'm going to dwell in the midst of you. And the people are going to know that you still my chosen. What verse?
12.
Go ahead.
The Lord shall inherit Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again.
He's going to do it. He ain't going to change his mind. Let's go into Zechariah 8 chapter. Zechariah chapter 8. And we're going to start at verse 3. 8 and verse 3. Okay, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem.
He said, I am returned now. This is talking from a position where he's back now.
Yes.
And I will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. Go ahead and read.
And Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain.
He's going to be called a city of truth, and the government of the Lord of hosts, the holy government. Skip down to verse 7 and continue.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness.
So he's going to be back, and he's going to be dwelling in the midst of us. And we're going to do it right this time. Skip down to verse 20. Verse 20, and go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people, and the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before the Lord, and to seek the Lord of hosts. I will go also.
These people from all over the world now. Let us go to Jerusalem and seek the Lord. Other cities, I'm going with y'all. Go ahead and read.
Yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem, and to pray before the Lord.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of the languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you.
Is anybody doing that for the people over there now? But man, when you go back, you're going to look around and you got all them people coming. We going with you. You know we're going to run, because when we see a crowd, we know we're in trouble. But this time, they're going to say, we're going with you because we have heard that the Lord of hosts is with you. Jesus is among you. That's going to be a glorious day, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Isaiah 65. Isaiah chapter 65. We got one more place after this. Isaiah chapter 65. That's going to be something. All the people that you move out when you move in, it's going to be running behind you now. That's going to happen. The reason I know it's going to happen, because everything that God said was going to happen to us has happened. I mean, people think there's an accident, there's so many of us in jail. No, your God told you you're going to be hid away in prison houses. Yeah. Thousands of years ago, he told you that.
Yes, sir.
And where you are, filling up the prison houses. 65 and verse 9. 65 and 9. Okay, read it.
I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah inherited of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there.
Go ahead. Now skip down to verse 17.
Okay.
Verse 19, rather. 17, rather. Skip down to verse 17 and go ahead.
For behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
Go ahead.
But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem of rejoicing and a people of joy.
Is there rejoicing in Jerusalem now? They're running from bombs and all that, ain't they?
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more this an infant of days, nor an old man that have not filled his days.
Go ahead.
For the child shall die 100 years old.
Whoa. A child should die at 100 years old? He going to extend the long life back, sisters and brothers. And you're 100 years old, you ain't nothing but a child. Boy, that's something, ain't it? Go ahead and read.
But the sinner being 100 years old shall be a curse.
And you got 100 years to get it together, sinner. Go ahead and read.
And they shall build houses and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them.
Go ahead.
They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat.
You're going to get to live in your house that you build and eat the food that you plant. Go ahead and read.
For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
You're going to get to be old, sisters and brothers. You're going to get to be old. Go ahead and read.
They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear.
But there's something in it. Anything go you want the Lord, Lord, you know, will you? It's done. Sister so-and-so is sick. She's well. Cancer will no longer be fulfilled. Feared, rather. All you got to do is ask, and the Lord's going to do it before you get it out of your mouth. Go ahead and read.
The wolf and the lamb shall feed together. The lion shall eat straw like a bullock.
Now you're going to make a covenant with the animals. There ain't going to be no killing and attacking. There ain't going to be no more meat eaters. They're going to go back to what they used to be on the other side with Adam and Eve. They're going to be herbivores and that eat herbs and everything else, but no meat. Started from the top, the wolf and the lamb. Go ahead.
The wolf and the lamb shall feed together.
That means the wolf ain't going to be feeding on the lamb.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and read.
And the lion shall eat straw like a bullock.
He going to eat straw? Go ahead.
And dust shall be the serpent's meat.
Go ahead.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord.
There ain't going to be none of that. Nothing but peace. No pain. No killing. No oppression. Among no people, sisters and brothers. You be able to walk out there and go grab a lion and scratch his mane, and he ain't going to do nothing. He might lick your hand to show love. Sisters and brothers, this is something to be looking for, isn't it? That's what's going to happen with Jesus' return. Now let's go in the last place. Let's go into Acts, the 1st chapter. Because the Lord got some good things in store for this earth and for Israel especially. What you got to do is do right and don't blow your chance like our fathers did. Acts chapter 1, and we're going to start reading at verse 6. Acts chapter 1 and verse 6. Acts 1 and 6. Because nobody pays attention to this. All the good Christians. One and 6. Okay, read it.
When they therefore were come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
You see, why would they ask Jesus that question? Because they knew prophecy. They knew Jesus was supposed to restore the kingdom of Israel when he come. But they missed the part where he had to die for the sins of the people. Even then, they said, will you still restore the kingdom of Israel? What the Lord said? Go ahead.
And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power.
He said, it is not for you to know. But I tell you what, it's for us to know. You know why? Because the Lord has given us the signs. What do you mean, Brother Boo? When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation standing in the holy place, he that readeth, let him understand. What is the holy place? The temple that the Edomites are going to build over there, the so-called Jews. And who is the abomination? The Pope of Rome. And when the European Union installed him in that temple over there, because they're going to have to do it by force, because America ain't going to be able to uphold Edom now, because don't you know those people are only allies us? Right. So when they installed that Pope in that temple, the Lord said, flee. He's going to have it so we're going to be able to get to the place of safety. He's going to have planes or whatever. Because he said in Isaiah, who is this that fly to the window of my people as a dove? Right. And he said, the ships of Tarshish shall be the first to take my people home. We're going to be on our way to the place of safety. Right. And we know to start running when the Pope moved into the temple. So it was not for them to know at that time. But it's for us to know. Like Daniel wrote some stuff and asked the Lord what it is. He said, close up the book, Daniel. It is for the times of the end. And they shall run to and fro in the streets, and knowledge shall be increased. We know when we're going to get out of here. All we got to do is wait on it. Thank you for your time.